Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. My name is Marian and I'm your host today. Today we're going to look into the truth of hardware 4. Now let's look into all the details. Green on Twitter shared yesterday a lot of pictures and we're just going to look into what this means for you. Now it is from a Model X and not from a Model 3 or Model Y. We don't have any proof yet when this hardware 4 is going to come into those two models. We do know it's going to go into the Cybertruck, Model S and Model X. So we have here one from the Model X. It is already produced inside a Model X and Model S, but they are not shipped yet because they want to wait for the investor day. Now, if we look into the outside, we already see a bit that it's much bigger than the current hardware 3, but we're going to look into the comparison in a second. And what we can say is that it is not going to be possible to refit your current car with the new hardware. So either you get a new car or you keep your hardware 3. The same as Elon Musk said that the power and the capabilities of the hardware 4 are not so much different to hardware 3. This doesn't mean that there is not going to be any changes. To just be clear here, we're going to look into the major changes that happen, but they don't always have to directly to do with the hardware component. Now we're going to look into the cameras because Tesla has lots of issues with the current Model 3 and Model Y, as well as Model S and Model X because of the parking sensors, especially a big topic currently on my German channel. And we see here the differences between hardware 4 and hardware 3. Now you see the size of hardware 4 is way bigger than hardware 3, and that is the reason why I said no changes within your current car is possible because of the size difference. Now a bigger size means as well that the hardware is going to use way more power. That is another thing. But what we can say is it's still Samsung Exynos IP based. Bumped CPU cores from 12 to 20, 5 clusters of 4 cores each, maxing at 2.35 GHz. So you have the number here. More details are not possible. I mean, that is clearly proof that we currently have some improvements when it comes to hardware 4, but it's not this major thing that many people talked about. The major thing is actually something different, which is that there are now 12 fully populated camera connectors. One is marked as spare, so that is very interesting because currently we only actually need 8. So why is there a difference between hardware 3 and hardware 4? It is because we do need cameras in the back and we also need cameras in the front. Now we all know that in the window in the front of your seat, you actually have on top a camera with 3 cameras inside. They're going to reduce that to 2. But that is not by saving money. It is because the 2 cameras are way stronger than the 3 that we have right now in our cars. That is one change that is coming. And of course, we have the issue with the blind spot. So currently, as there's no parking sensors, we have a blind spot in the front. And Tesla is also going to change the cameras of the B pillar. It's going to move a bit more to the front. So we all know on the left and right side in the front of our cars, we have outside a camera, and this is going to be moved as well when it comes to the hardware. Now, this is not only a hardware change, it is also a change of cameras that have to change in production. And that is where the Model 3 upgrade comes in. And let's see if this is going to happen with the cameras and later on the hardware, or if they're going to go all in and change everything at the same time. Now, what he's also talking about is new terms when it comes to cameras. We are talking about SVC for F, L, and right. And we also see that left and right is 2 of them in front fenders, I guess he's saying. And front fenders would be exactly the area that we have in the front where we cannot see right now, or a camera that we have in current cars cannot see the blind spot when you're parking because sensors are not there anymore. Now we know that, or hoped that Tesla would do a software update for current owners that are receiving a Tesla or did receive a Tesla between the sensors going away and now a new Tesla. Now it seems like that Tesla might not do a software update. I don't have 100% proof if that is the case, But if they would change everything now and add new cameras to actually then make it possible for cameras to detect any kind of items, even in a blind spot, then it could be that we have here a certain amount of customers that will be very unhappy when it comes to the cameras not being there and no parking sensors or software update that is solving that issue. Now, SVC is meaning front bumper. So front bumper or rear bumper. And this is pretty clearly a camera that is going to be installed. That's why we see more cameras that can be connected. Now, this is all not a big surprise. Tesla wants to do that. They also have a radar heater which will prevent snow and ice from covering the radar. The same is happening as well for the cameras. Sometimes we have issues that we cannot see properly, and the only issue that would be left is that some premium companies have abilities to clean the cameras. Currently, if you would drive in the winter time, there could be, and you might know that in the back, when you drive backwards, the situation that you don't see anything because the camera is just covered in dust. That would be a nice update as well, by the way. Then power consumption is twice as much as for hardware 3. I mean, that is not a surprise. If you have a more powerful hardware, it also needs more power. Now, this is also a point which might indicate that consumption of energy might be a bit bigger, but I don't think it's going to influence the range that you have in your car too much. Now, if you want to rate your Tesla, share your experience. It's not only a German site, it's also for many people that are speaking English like you on my channel. You can check out eCar Review. The link is in the description, e-car-review.com. You can rate your Tesla, share your experience. If Model S, Model X, Model 3, Model Y, let's bring EVs to the world and make people know how it is to buy and experience a day in daily life a Tesla. I would be very happy to have you with me here on board. And there's also a group with German people, over 300 people, and you can join as well. Now, if we combine all these informations together, I think we have clearly a path into the future. Investor Day is going to be very exciting because we can expect announcements to happen. As always, as I said, when technology is moving forward, there might be some unhappy customers that received a car at a current production rate that was maybe not the perfect software or not the perfect functionality. On the other hand, let's hope that Tesla is fixing this issue for those customers, and I would be happy to have you back here tomorrow. Thank you very much for being here today and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.